Prepare yourself. What you are about to hear might challenge your understanding of relationships and the subtle dance of attraction. We are going to delve into the world of unspoken desires, hidden signals, and the intricate language of seduction. This isn't about pickup lines or cheesy tactics. It's about understanding the authentic, often unconscious ways women communicate their interest in intimacy. If you have ever been left confused by a woman's actions, or missed a potential connection because you were not attuned to the signs, this video is for you. The information here is crucial for navigating the complex terrain of human relationships and ensuring you don't miss out on the opportunities that surround you every day. So buckle up and be prepared to have your perspective shifted. This is not just a list of behaviors, but a deep dive into the psychology and physiology of attraction, exploring the subtle interplay of actions, words, and nonverbal cues. It's a roadmap to deciphering what a woman truly desires, often before she even realizes it herself. This information isn't just about scoring a date, but fostering genuine connections that are built on mutual understanding and respect. It's about reading the silent language of love, the unspoken signals that can either lead to a fulfilling relationship or leave you in the friend zone. There will be 5 chapters. Each chapter will dissect a sign of a woman's attraction, exploring the biological roots, societal influences, and practical implications of each. These are not just theories, but observable behaviors backed by research and real-world experiences. The first crucial sign is physical touch. Women, often more reserved than men about expressing their sexual desires verbally, use physical contact as a potent means of communication. This isn't about aggressive or inappropriate advances, but about subtle, often unintentional gestures that signal a growing desire for closeness. When a woman is drawn to you, she might initiate contact in various ways, touching your hands, legs, or face. This behavior suggests she feels safe, comfortable, and attracted to you. It's a nonverbal way of saying, "I want to be close to you." As her security and confidence grow, her need for physical closeness intensifies, strengthening her emotional and sexual attraction. This often starts with small, seemingly insignificant touches like lightly brushing your hand during a conversation. These are the initial tests, gauging your response and building a connection. Each subtle touch, no matter how light, serves as a foundation for deeper intimacy and attraction. As the comfort level between two people deepens, the frequency and intensity of these touches escalate. She may touch your arm more frequently while laughing at your jokes or during a conversation, a clear signal that she feels a connection and is becoming more comfortable with physical closeness. This progression from light brushes to more significant contact indicates a shift toward intimacy. When a woman feels a heightened sense of attraction, her touches become more deliberate. This can include placing her hand on your thigh, gently caressing your chest, or touching your neck. These gestures suggest a deep level of desire and attraction, showing she feels a strong emotional and physical connection, and that her desire for closeness is growing. Touch is an incredibly powerful tool for communication, and it often conveys emotions more deeply than words can. When a woman uses touch to express her attraction, she is engaging in a nonverbal language that is often genuine, reflecting her true desires. Research shows that touch can substantially increase feelings of connection and intimacy between individuals. Physical touch releases oxytocin, often called the love hormone, which fosters feelings of bonding and attachment. This explains why touch is such a vital component in the development of romantic and sexual relationships. While not every touch signifies sexual attraction, when coupled with other signs of interest, frequent and intentional touching is a strong sign of desire. Understanding these cues can provide valuable insight into her feelings. In summary, when a woman frequently touches you, particularly in more intimate areas, it is a potent sign of her sexual attraction and growing comfort in your presence. This behavior reflects her desire to establish a deep physical and emotional bond. Recognizing and reciprocating these signals can nurture a mutual attraction and strengthen the connection between you. Consider Jessica and Mark. They met at a party and had spent time in the same circles. Jessica was attracted to Mark, but initially cautious. As time went on, her feelings grew. At a friend's gathering, Jessica sat next to Mark. The first casual touch was when they reached for the same snack. Her hand lingered just a moment longer than necessary. The conversation flowed, and her touches became more frequent, a light brush on his forearm when she laughed. They played a board game together, and every interaction, every touch drew them closer. Then, while laughing at a joke, Jessica placed her hand on his thigh. Mark responded by covering her hand with his, an electric connection between them. Later, on a balcony alone, Jessica touched his chest, an intimate gesture. Mark gently took her hand and held it. Jessica's other hand moved to his neck, tracing his skin. They were finally together as the result of the subtle touches and clear, unspoken feelings. Secondly, watch out for conversations that seem to naturally gravitate towards intimacy. When a woman is attracted to you sexually, she will often steer dialogues toward topics of intimate experiences, preferences, and desires. This is not a random occurrence, but a strategic maneuver to gauge your interest and create a mental space where fantasies of being intimate together can flourish. She may ask questions like, "What's the wildest place you've ever been intimate?" Or "What are your greatest fantasies?" These questions serve to understand your preferences and plant the idea of intimacy with her in your mind. During these conversations, she might share details about her own life, mentioning how long it's been since she last had sex or discussing her favorite positions and fantasies. This openness is a clear signal of comfort with you and a desire to create a free space for conversations about intimacy. This sharing builds a sense of mutual vulnerability, essential for developing a connection. Research indicates that open communication about sexual desires leads to greater relationship satisfaction. Couples who discuss their sexual preferences report higher levels of intimacy. So when a woman initiates these dialogues, she is likely building a base for a potential intimate relationship. Such conversations also serve as a way to test the waters. If you respond positively and reciprocate by sharing your own experiences, she understands that you are interested and open to a deeper connection. If, however, you seem uncomfortable, she may interpret this as a sign that you are not compatible. These conversations are about more than curiosity. They are about creating a mental and emotional environment where sexual attraction can grow. By discussing fantasies, she is encouraging you to think about her in a sexual context, keeping the idea of intimacy in the forefront of your mind. Sexual communication is vital for sexual satisfaction, and couples who openly talk about it tend to have better sexual experiences. Consider also the level of detail she provides. If she talks about how long it has been since she last had sex or her favorite positions in detail, she is likely trying to convey her availability and interest, something she reserves for those she trusts. In conclusion, when a woman frequently brings up intimate topics in your conversations, it is a major sign of sexual interest. She uses these discussions to gauge compatibility, build trust, and encourage your imagination about being intimate with her. By engaging in these conversations, you can better understand her intentions and possibly move toward a more fulfilling relationship. Intimacy is more than just physical. It's about deeply connecting with someone, a space where you can feel like you see into their soul. Conversations about intimate details can be a path she uses to foster a connection that is both emotional and physical. When she asks about the craziest place you've had sex, she's not just seeking to understand your experiences. She is also creating a space where both of you can share and explore desires openly, which is a precursor to physical intimacy. Open communication on these topics significantly enhances relationship satisfaction. A study from the Journal of Sex Research found that couples who frequently discuss their sexual fantasies and preferences report higher levels of intimacy and overall relationship satisfaction. Such questions are also a way to test your receptiveness. If you share your experiences, it signals you are open to a closer, intimate relationship. If you are dismissive, she may interpret this as a lack of interest and may influence her decision about the future of the relationship. Ultimately, when a woman consistently brings up intimate topics in conversations, it means she is making efforts to build trust, openness, and mutual vulnerability, all essential for a satisfying relationship. Your actions in response to her signals have the power to build a connection and move toward a relationship built on mutual understanding and desire. Third, Be very aware of intimate gestures. Decoding a woman's attraction is often about interpreting her body language. Despite attempts to hide feelings, actions often reveal the inner state. When a woman is drawn to you, her body language becomes relaxed and welcoming. She might lean closer during conversations, make prolonged eye contact, and smile often. These small but meaningful changes reflect her growing comfort, signaling a desire for a deeper connection. Physical touch can also be used to assess her level of attraction. If you initiate gentle touches on her hands or arms and she leans into the touch, or reciprocates it, she feels secure in your company and wants more. This can progress into intimate areas, like a light touch on her legs or shoulders, deepening the connection. If she responds warmly, it indicates her genuine enjoyment of your closeness. Research stresses the importance of nonverbal cues in signaling attraction. Body language is a large part of human interaction and often conveys more than just words. Studies in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior indicate that gestures play a huge role in communicating attraction. Understanding these cues can provide insights into romantic interactions. Conversely, if a woman pulls away when touched or displays discomfort, it may mean either a lack of attraction or a need for more time to build trust. Women also utilize body language as a tool of seduction. When attracted to someone, a woman may use subtle gestures to emphasize her femininity, such as twirling her hair, lightly caressing a glass, or adjusting her clothes to highlight her physical attributes. These actions are intended to allure and gain admiration, which help forge a deeper connection. She might also use subtle moves that reveal more of her neck or chest. These gestures signal that she desires admiration. Paying attention to these details helps in understanding her intentions, allowing you to respond in a way that fosters a stronger bond based on trust and mutual intimacy. Observing her relaxation, proximity, and response to touches will help you understand her level of comfort, which is needed for confident interactions that could foster deeper connections. Through observation and response, you will be able to begin to understand the complexities of attraction and move toward a relationship based on trust and desire. For men, understanding the cues in a woman's body language will help understand her interest. Nonverbal signals can indicate her emotional state and readiness for connections. Cues such as eye contact, smiling, and positive responses to touch all help in creating a meaningful connection. However, some women may be more direct than others. Individual communication styles, cultural background, and personal experiences all play a role in how attraction is conveyed. It is important that men are aware of these cues, but also that they create an environment that allows for open communication, fostering mutual understanding. Fourth, be aware of the invitation to her home. This is often a definitive sign of a woman's desire for intimacy, especially after previous signs of attraction. If she invites you for coffee, dinner, or to watch movies at her place, this goes beyond mere hospitality. It signifies a desire for a deeper connection. These invitations are often reserved for men that she trusts, a significant step towards intimate moments. Research confirms that inviting someone to one's home is often a deliberate act to escalate the relationship. Over 70% of women admit that inviting a man to their place is a step towards physical intimacy. This underscores the intentionality of the invitation. Women may use more subtle ways to facilitate intimate settings, such as asking for help with home tasks. This could be help with minor repairs, computer issues, or even dog walking. These requests allow for private time in a comfortable environment. The invitation to her home is a pivotal moment. This gesture indicates a desire for emotional and physical closeness. She is communicating her readiness to explore deeper intimacy. However, every relationship is different. Some women are overt, while others prefer subtlety. Cultural norms and past experiences all influence how people navigate these situations. Understanding these dynamics will require sensitivity and attentiveness. Be aware of her body language, tone, and context. By responding with respect and consideration, you will foster a connection based on genuine trust and intimacy. When a woman invites you to her home following established signs of attraction, It signals that she desires a deeper bond with you and wants to explore it. Recognizing her invitation with sensitivity will allow you to develop a more fulfilling and mutual relationship. Fifth, look for attention directed towards her lips. When a woman wants to increase the connection with you, her lips become an important tool of nonverbal communication. Research in psychology suggests that lip movements play a significant role in showing emotions and intentions. Lip biting can indicate both anxiety and arousal, depending on other behaviors. This attention to her lips can awaken your deepest desires. Studies have shown that lip biting or licking are unconscious signs of attraction. In romantic settings, these behaviors are used to connect. Harvard University studies have highlighted how these nonverbal behaviors are often employed in early romantic encounters to establish interest and rapport. The seductive act of biting her lips becomes a way to get your attention. It's a visual invitation. Research in psychology today suggests that many find lip biting attractive and link it to flirting and sexual interest. Surveys also revealed that lip biting is common across cultures and seen as an invitation for further interaction. Lip biting can create a sense of provocation, signaling romantic interest and the desire to explore a deeper connection. Lip biting can be an act of provocation, meant to activate your most erotic thoughts about her. Studies in evolutionary psychology have also found that lip biting and courtship rituals can serve as a form of sexual signaling. Evolutionary biologists suggest these behaviors indicate reproductive fitness. It is critical to look at other behaviors as well. Nonverbal cues like lip biting need to be interpreted with verbal cues. Couples are often advised to pay attention to verbal and nonverbal cues to understand relationship dynamics. If the gesture repeats in certain situations, she is likely using her lips to communicate her feelings. Surveys show that nonverbal cues are used to express subconscious emotions. Lip biting is a tool that is used to enhance intimacy and understanding between partners. The interpretation of these signals depends on your sensitivity and awareness. Researchers suggest active listening and awareness of nonverbal cues significantly enhance communication. You've journeyed with us through the subtle and not-so-subtle signs of a woman's attraction. You've witnessed the power of touch, the allure of intimate conversations, the eloquence of body language, the intimacy of a home invitation, and the powerful suggestion of lip movements. These signs, when understood, unlock the true language of desire and open doors to deeper connections. But, before we fully conclude, it's important to remember that these signs don't exist in a vacuum, and no single sign is a guarantee of attraction. Context is everything. The frequency of these signs, the situation in which they occur, and how they align with verbal communication all contribute to the complete picture. In short, use your head. Don't start getting too carried away with every detail. You want to make sure it's not just wishful thinking. The subtle dance of attraction is a complex one, and it requires observation, understanding, and above all, respect for boundaries. So, before we go to our conclusions, let us take a moment for a final word. Your journey into the world of relationships should always be one of mutual respect, authentic connection, and genuine understanding. With that in mind, let us now present our conclusions that you've been waiting for. Conclusion. The path to understanding a woman's attraction is not about mastering a set of tricks or techniques. It is about developing an awareness of human behavior and the ways in which we communicate our feelings. We must learn to see beyond the surface and understand what is happening internally. Physical touch is a powerful tool for conveying intimacy. It signals a growing desire for closeness. Conversations that naturally move towards intimacy are intentional acts designed to build a mutual space for desires to flourish. By studying her body language, you can start to understand her feelings towards you. An invitation to her home often means that she is ready to explore a deeper connection with you. The attention she pays to her lips can be a way to communicate her desire. These subtle signals, when combined with conscious intent, provide a clearer picture of the complex dance of attraction. Always keep respect and mutual understanding as the cornerstone of any relationship. Remember that each person in relationship is different, so it is important to interpret cues in their own individual context. You must also be sure to reciprocate signs with respectful actions. Remember that open communication is the foundation for any strong and meaningful relationship. And that concludes today's video. If you found the content interesting and useful, we invite you to show your support by liking the video and sharing it with others who might find value in this information. Also, don't forget to subscribe to access more content like this in the future. We look forward to seeing you in the next video to continue exploring relevant and exciting topics together. Unexpected twist ending. But what if the signals were never about you at all? Imagine for a moment that the woman displaying all these signs wasn't actually attracted to you, but was using these tactics as a carefully curated experiment, a study of male behavior, or perhaps even a cruel game of manipulation. She might be gathering data for her own research or testing her powers of seduction, or even playing a twisted game to see how far she can go. The implications are chilling. Could she be learning how to navigate power dynamics or manipulating you for personal gain? It's a stark reminder that even in the most intimate interactions, there can be hidden agendas at play, and not all signs, no matter how clear they may seem, are as straightforward as they appear. The world is not always as it seems. Don't go assuming too much and always take the signals with a grain of salt.